BBL 851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
The aviation industry can change in the blink of an eye, quite literally. One day you can wake up and see news about a specific development, and the next day it all changes, and that can't relate more than with today's video following an exclusive story from Executive Traveller. You can find a link to their article in the sources area of this video's description. Basically, Qatar Airways will be bringing back the world's largest passenger plane, the Airbus A380, from November of this year, with at least 5 of the type returning to their network as they see demand grow to rates that can justify the aircraft coming back. For the most prolonged period, the airline was pretty much all but confirming to various aviation sites that they had no plans on welcoming back the Airbus A380, citing that the aircraft would no longer make sense within their operations, as not only was the aircraft not efficient, but they had no routes to be placing it on. However, now that appears to have changed entirely. In an interview like mentioned with the Qatar CEO, he said that they would fly their Airbus A380s again by early November. However, they may, in the end, welcome back all A380s entirely, not just 5, which would mean a total of 10 would be flying with the airline by, say, next year. As mentioned in an earlier video, Qatar Airways has flown throughout the pandemic, not once ceasing operations. Now they believe that with long-haul demand returning, they will need to utilise the capabilities of the A380 on specific routes. So, are there really any other reasons as to why the airline is looking at bringing the Airbus A380s back? Well, yes, to be completely honest. On top of the long-haul demand seeing strong return rates, they are also still experiencing problems with their Airbus A350s, which has been ongoing for many months now, and they have been grounded, some of them. This means that they have no other alternative but to bring back the A380 or risk really missing out on an opportunity to get some cash back and continue to see passengers carried rising. This is ultimately not the first time we've seen an airline do this type of thing, drafting in a seemingly retired aircraft to help cope with demand. Lufthansa has done similar with their 747 and A340s that we were personally under the impression they were retiring, and that is what they had conveyed to us before changing their mind. For Qatar Airways, it does make sense. At the end of the day, if you have demand sitting there, you want to be able to capture that, especially as we come out of the global pandemic, and we know how important it is for airlines to pounce on any demand they can get, as it is crucial for their financial situation. Engineering checks are already underway on their Airbus A380s as they prepare for an imminent relaunch into the sector. It proves that while sometimes executives can say one thing, a week or even a couple of months later down the line, things can change. However, what I think is worth mentioning is that while this can definitely happen with any airline, the CEO of Qatar Airways has been known to say many things that either never eventuate or are simply a bit exaggerated and or could be perceived later down the line as a lie. If you've been watching the channel for many years now, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about when we've taken a look at certain things he has commented on. So while the A380's return is coming, only a week ago, he was still saying pretty firmly that he did not believe there was a place for the Airbus A380. But what are your thoughts for the return on the Airbus A380 for Qatar Airways in this significant revelation to the saga that has been ongoing since the pandemic first began? You can let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thank you very much for the kind comments and support, and I'll see you next time.